What's happening, podcasters? My name's Sebastian Rusk, and I help marketers and entrepreneurs just like you launch successful podcasts. In this video, I'm going to explain how I all of a sudden grew a head of hair overnight. Just kidding. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to know to create a snippet. What's that? I'm going to show you for your podcast. Now, a lot of you might be asking what a snippet is. Don't you worry at all. I'm going to explain, number one, what a snippet is, number two, how to create one, and most importantly, why you would even need one. Let's get started. First things first, what is a snippet for my podcast? Well, I have an example that I'm just going to play for you real quick from a guest that I had on my show.
This is what was really my focus point. I was just like, why is love so hard to find for people? Why can't they keep it? And why can't we?
All right, I think you get the point. It's a little key bit of information, a key point that your guest on your show or that you actually said that really anchored the topic of what you guys are talking about. In that episode, I had my friend Apollonia on talking about what she's done to grow her YouTube channel and her dating, relationship, and love coaching business. I asked her a simple question. How in the world did you get involved with all of this? When she shared her passion for helping men find the woman of their dreams and really improving their overall experience with dating by giving them tips, tricks, and tools and really sharing the meaning on why she does what she does, I thought, wow, that summed up the whole entire episode. What a great opportunity to create a little snippet. So what happens is you'll have the intro for your show, or maybe you don't have an intro. It's entirely up to you. I recommend that you have an intro that talks about what the show is, has some music, hypes people up, and introduces you. But I'll go directly from the intro right into that snippet, and then I'll go into my intro bumper where I'll say, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. I'm really excited about this week's guest, yada, yada, yada. Let's get into it, and then we'll cut into the actual episode. So the reason that you'd want a snippet is it kind of teases the episode before it actually gets started. But what I like best about it is that you can take the snippet and you can go into iMovie and take your cover art for your podcast, and you can put that in as an image and then put the audio below that and create a little movie. There's other tools out there that allow you to do that as far as apps and software. But to keep it simple, if you're a PC user, well, I'm sure there's some sort of movie editor that does something comparable where you're actually taking an image and an audio file and creating just a 1-minute little videogram, if you will, or audiogram as we like to refer to them as. Well, why in the world would I want to do this? Well, first of all, you've already created the snippet. The snippet is a teaser and really a strong anchor in reeling people in to the actual topic of the episode. Once they hear that and they're like, you know what? I want to hear more about that. I'm going to tune into the episode. They'll usually go and listen to it. Well, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, let's face it, marketing a podcast isn't the easiest task. This day and age, by creating things like an audiogram, your podcast art, the audio clip from the snippet that you created, and being able to market that on Facebook and Instagram stories and Facebook stories, very, very powerful tool to being able to drive traffic and attention to your show. Now, you're probably going to ask me, how in the world do I create a snippet? Well, if you're editing your own podcast, all you would simply do is, let's say you're using GarageBand. Let's say you're going to open up a brand new project in GarageBand, and you're just going to take the recorded episode as the audio file in that new project. That way you're not interfering with anything you may have edited, or maybe you haven't even started yet, but you don't want to interfere with the actual final recorded episode that needs to be edited. So make sure you make a brand new project, utilize that, and then you can go in there and just listen. I like to skip through a little bit. I know that pretty much how my episode goes and how the conversation is led. So I like to be able to listen and skip through and listen when I ask people, how'd you get started, or why do you do this, or what are you passionate about? I always remember what their answers are to a certain extent. So I go look for those key minutes or seconds. It could be 30 seconds, no longer than like a minute. You don't want a snippet to be, because you're going to utilize it for other marketing purposes. Plus, you don't want to bore people. You want to get right into the episode. So what you'll do is you'll listen for those key words, those key points, those key phrases that your guest says or that you say, and you're actually going to capture them. So you would split the track. Like if you're listening up until like, 2 minutes and 30 seconds to 4 minutes was awesome. I'm going to split the track at 2:30 up to 4 minutes. I'm going to delete the other ones, and I'm just going to save that minute and a half as my snippet. Now, I'm not done there. I want to take some cool background music, and if it's a high energy, motivating snippet, then you maybe have some high energy music. But usually, like I had the dating coach on, I had some nice calm piano music, because she was sharing from her heart exactly why she chose to become a dating and love coach. So I thought, you know what, let's take it back for a second. Let's get people to really tune in. So all I did was throw an audio track right underneath that minute and 30 second snippet, or second, and I just saved it as an audio file. And like I said before, you can then take that audio file. You can't share an audio file directly on Facebook. I mean, I guess you could, but you'd have to upload it to, SoundCloud or something, or it wouldn't make sense to do that. So go and create an audiogram. You put an image with the snippet audio, you save it, and now you've got a little 1 minute movie of a static image that's playing audio. There's other apps out there that'll give you the little squiggly lines through there, etc., that you probably see on LinkedIn and on Instagram, but for demonstration purposes of actually showing you why you need a snippet, what a snippet's used for, and how you actually created one. That's what I found to be the most simple way. And I actually created that idea on my own. Not the idea of a snippet, of how I was actually going to create one. Because I know they're very, very powerful, and they're going to become more and more popular on podcasts, because they really give, and sometimes there's a couple snippets throughout the entire episode. I just chose to put one at the beginning. But I put it at the beginning because it teases the episode. I can utilize it to create marketing information, marketing pieces, content for Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, places that it's not as easy to market a podcast. Well, I hope my new hairdo wasn't too much of a distraction, and you now better understand exactly A, what a snippet is, B, why you need a snippet, and C, how to create a snippet for your podcast. If you enjoyed this video and you liked it, please share it with people that you share content with. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit the little bell next to the subscribe. This way you're gonna get nifty little updates every time a new video drops. I can't promise that I'm gonna have hair on the next video, but who knows? Anything's actually possible. You never really know. My name's Sebastian Rusk, and I look forward to seeing you next time.